What's your experience with it?
It's very volatile.
Very volatile.
I was very lucky that the stock market, it was the 1989 crash.
Okay.
So I made a lot of money in a short time, but then quickly began to lose it, so I stopped. But it's very volatile. You can lose or gain, wipe down in 1 or 2 days.
Okay, that's back in 1989.
Right.
Trading currencies.
Yeah.
Okay. The lady.
I just started in a couple months, I think.
You just started a couple months.
Right.
Okay. How is your experience?
Yeah, I agree with him. I mean, it's very volatile and very dangerous in some sense, but it's manageable, and you need a psychological training quite a bit, I think.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about the psychology of trading at the later part of my talk. And anyone else have? Okay.
This past summer when I was in Beijing, I went to a bank and I gave the bank teller $1, and then they gave me 7.8 yuan.
Yes.
So that's pretty much all my experience at work.
Okay. That's good. I'm sure that everyone, most of you present have traded currencies at a bank when you convert U.S. dollars into renminbi, or I'm not sure you can convert renminbi back in U.S. dollar, but I think in China you can do it now. But in the first part, I'm just going to give you some very basic introduction to foreign currency trading, about the foreign exchange market. And the later part, I'm going to give you a little bit more sophisticated talk into how to approach currency trading by yourself, how to find professional management, or if you want to trade yourself, how to build up a trading model if you want to start from the very beginning. Okay, but it's different. It does not mean you can put your money or other people's money to work with your trading thing. Okay, because if you're using real money, the emotions get into it. Okay, the result will be totally different. Okay, even if you put $1,000 in the real money account, the psychology changes. Okay, you have to know it. So you have to go through this period. You put certain amount of money. You say $5,000. This is the amount I want to lose.
So you base the trading strategy based on fundamental trading?
Mostly psychology, then economic. Last is technical.
So you combine
Combine everything together.
Is it systematic trading? Or
I don't do it automatically. I think the human brain works better than computers. So I use my own brain, but I use computers to backtest. I test my trading model back to 20 years and see how it did.
So regarding to the stock risk management, so how do you manage your risk? So you do your how do you set your stop loss, for example?
Okay, this is a very good question. I have many different clients. They come to me. They send me. They say, okay, this is my money. I trust it to you. But they have different expectations. Okay, some people will put this amount of money and say, I ask them, how much can you afford to not to lose eventually? How much can you stand the floating loss? Sometimes you see floating loss. What do I mean? The position has not been closed. I open a position, it goes against me at a certain period of time. I'm holding it. I didn't cut loss or whatever. I didn't reach my point. Okay. Then the equity of the account will go down. It started out maybe 100,000. Now it goes down to maybe 90,000. Okay, or maybe 80,000. I ask this question at the beginning. I say, how much you can stand as a floating loss? They tell me the number. Some say 20% floating loss. Some say 10% floating loss. Some say 50% floating loss. The more floating loss they can stand, the more money I can make for them. Okay, why? Because based on that number, I can calculate, how much risk I want to take for that account.